And what's up, ballers? Today's video, totally different, guys. I'm excited, we're anxious, we're on the road, as you can see. We're heading down to my buddy Ryan at Smokin Serpents. Stay tuned and check it out. And welcome back, ballers. I am Junior and this is Music City Balls, and today, different video. I'm not by myself. Check who I got. My buddy Rebecca and Ryan, Smokin Serpents.
What's up,
What's
YouTube?
up, guys? How's it going? They're not only business partners, they're engaged. So tell me about you guys, man.
Oh God, where do we begin? Where do we begin?
How long have you guys been together?
What, about 2.5 years now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2.5.
2.5.
I'm so sorry, Rebecca.
Yeah, but we've known each other since elementary school, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
She actually grew up 4 houses down from my grandmother. So.
That is insane. That's awesome. What you gotta say about him?
Yeah, we actually rode the same school bus together. Good old bus 24. But yeah, he moved up here to Nashville, and when he moved up here, I wasn't in love with him. It took about 5 years for me to actually fall in love with him.
You gotta wait for it, right?
Once I knew, I knew. So here we are.
And that's what's up. Hopefully a wedding soon. Alright, let's start with this question. We're gonna try to make this video short, precise, but sweet, I promise you. So first question I would have is like, when and how did that you found that love for reptiles, guys?
Okay, so I'll take this one first.
Oh, go for it.
Because it kind of all ties together. So for me, I grew up in a household and in a family that is deathly afraid of snakes. Like, we're not allowed to host holidays anymore here. It just is what it is. But I remember I was dating this girl in high school, and we went to a pet store, and they had ball pythons and some other snakes as well. But she was handling one, and she was a good old country girl. So it wasn't nothing for her. And she tried to hand it to me, and I kind of backed off. And she was like, "What, are you scared?" I looked at the clerk, and I said, "How much? How much for it?" He told me. I told him to bag it up, took it home. I hid that snake in my bedroom closet in an aquarium for 2 weeks. And then on Mother's Day, I laid down floor. I laid down floor for my mother for Mother's Day, right? And then I sat her down, gave her a candle, and said, "By the way, there's a snake in my room." Ran upstairs.
And Mother's Day has never been the same.
No, she's definitely afraid of it now. So.
What about you, man?
So, while I grew up as a country girl, wasn't afraid of the occasional water moccasin we had to take care of or whatever, I had never owned a snake until he pitched the idea of bringing home a ball python. And I said, sure, why not? What's the worst that can happen? So he brings home this tiny little yellow snake that you guys will meet later on in the video, and I fell head over heels in love with her. And now we're here. This all started with one little snake, and when I say little, she was very tiny when we brought her home. So
that is amazing. That's awesome. And that snake is my favorite, guys, honestly. So I would ask, like, when did you decide to form Smokin Serpents, and why did you?
So we had been toying with the idea of getting into breeding. And then we just decided to kind of go all in with it. And we picked up a couple of girls who were up to size already, got a couple of males, and it grew very quickly. We went from one snake to about, 15 or 16 within 2 months.
Yeah.
Oof.
So,
yeah.
And it's just grown from there. The more we learn, the worse it gets, honestly. But we decided on this idea for Smokin Serpents. We had toyed with a couple of other names, and we actually work for we work at a smoke shop. It's called Smokin Glass. Shout out to Smokin Glass, everybody. And we were trying to talk the owners into investing. They ended up not investing, but one of the ideas we came up along the way was the name Smokin Serpents, and I said it originally as a joke, and then it just kind of grew on me, and it kind of caught on.
Yeah,
and so I'm just like, yeah, that's actually a really good name. Like, yeah. So,
Fun fact for you here, when we were originally trying to decide on a name, we almost went with something after Music City.
as a matter of fact,
I gotta hear this.
the original name was Music City Serpents.
You know what? I do believe that somebody with that one too.
yeah. When we ended up just going like, you know,
That
the
is
Music City
funny.
thing. The Music City thing for us, it was like there was already a lot of people doing it, and it's not really something we wanted to. We wanted something that was unique. Plus, you know, in the unlikely event we leave Nashville for whatever reason, it just doesn't fit anymore.
Yes.
So,
I thought about that too, but hey, that fits you guys for real. All right, so I'm curious. At Smokin Serpent, you guys, are you guys planning your goals? Is it just as a hobby, or is it something that later in the future you guys really want to have a full-time income just doing what we love?
that's a kind of a tough question, because if you would have asked me a year ago if I thought that we would have the infrastructure and the equipment that we do, I would have told you, no, there's no way. There's no way we're going to do that in a year. So we're both very career focused in our day jobs, but this is something we absolutely love and enjoy doing. So is it out of the question for later in the future for us to quit our jobs and do this full time? Yeah, that's a dream. That's an absolute dream, and maybe one day, but nowhere in the near future. I don't think. I think this is more just a really, really expensive hobby for the time being.
Basically what he said. It's an expensive hobby that we both, you know, enjoy and love, and sure, yeah, I'd like to see Smokin Serpents take off one day and us be able to completely self-sustain without full-time jobs. But for right now, expensive hobby.
Yeah, maybe even do a part-time job and this full-time. Believe me, a lot of people think like you guys are doing this just for the money. If you only knew how much we spent, because we just, for me, it's just like in 3 months we went from 3 snakes to 23. So
You're following in our footsteps.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, it's a hobby that we love, and for me it's one of those things that if I could sell a few snakes and that will pay for my food for all the other snakes, I'm happy. That's it. My hobby is paid for, and whatever the future brings, man. But this, I love this thing. You know, so you got beautiful jeans and awesome jeans here, man. You really do. So I would ask, what is your favorite jean that you're actually working with, and which jean do you want to work with, you guys, in the future? Like, what's that jean?
You want to take this one first?
Well, I currently was not prepared for this, but all right. So, can I actually get a snake out?
Oh,
Sure. All right, so even though he's not quite up to size yet, this guy is my favorite. This is Poseidon. He is our Hurricane Mojave, and we have some big plans for this guy in the future. He is currently my favorite in the collection, even though he's not in the works yet. And for something going forward, God, we've talked about so much. I personally would love to see some Orange Dream stuff, which is weird. I usually lean towards darker.
the dark side.
I'm a dark side girl, but Orange Dream is absolutely stunning, so I'd love to see that officially in our collection sometime soon.
What about you, Ann?
Oh, for me, my favorite single gene that we've worked with so far, I'm going to pull her out,
Booyah.
is Blackhead. I am absolutely in love with what Blackhead does. And this girl right here, she is a Blackhead het pied girl that we picked up last year from CMM Constrictors. And she should be up to size here within the next year. So I'm really looking forward to see what we can do as far as the Blackhead pied projects. And later, I'm hoping to get into the Blackhead clown stuff as well. So we've already got all the ingredients for that. We just need to put them together.
And the waiting is what sucks.
Oh,
The waiting is awful.
Doesn't says about oh man.
This hobby definitely teaches you patience.
Yes, you have to, because if not, you will go crazy, man. Like, believe me, like that's one of the things that, like, for me, it's a lightning pied. and then you waiting for them to grow, and then pair them and wait for the heads to pair. You guys just don't know.
Oh, I didn't answer your other question though.
What is that?
As far as like something that we that I want to get into,
Yes.
Desert Ghost, 100%.
I agree with you.
100%. We've been trying to do some shopping to see if we can get into the Desert Ghost project, and I'm all for it. Desert Ghost makes everything look better.
It's funny, we were
What
just
you
talking
said.
about that this week, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. So, tell you what, why don't you just take this time now and show us what projects Smokin Serpents are working with, and that you want to show. Don't show the secrets. Take your time.
We got
This
a
is your time, man. Check. Oh, first of all, you gotta show the one that started it all.
Oh, absolutely.
You gotta show.
Stephanie.
So
This is my favorite snake from you guys, man. You got so many beauties, but I'm a color guy, dude. Like this.
Hey.
So to be clear, we have no clue, other than Pastel and Spider, obviously. We have no clue what genes are in her. My best guess is Orange Dream, Fire, Pastel, Spider.
All right, guys. Tell you what. Do us a favor. In the comments, comment and tell us what you think this beautiful. We definitely is a bump. Like Spider, obviously. Still Bumblebee, but like, what else?
And guys, I can tell you, I know the camera's not going to do her justice. In
I
real
agree.
life, she is like a highlighter yellow,
I really agree.
Glowing on camera.
which is a complete and total change from when we brought her home. When we brought her home, she was kind of a buttery yellow all over.
I was thinking about calico, but I don't know, man. It's just,
See,
it's not that much high white for what I have seen on the
Yeah.
calicos on it.
Calico,
So that's what pulls me back on it.
Calico and Spider definitely create a lot of
Yeah,
high
a lot of high
so-
white.
You want to say hi to Junior?
He's beautiful, man. This is, and believe me, they got some beautiful snakes in here, guys. But when I saw this one the first time, bro, like I was in love. So I understand why this started Smokin Serpents.
This is the girl that came home and I fell in love with her.
If you can believe it,
How big was it?
she was 116 grams when we brought her home. And that was less than a year ago.
We brought her home October the 8th.
Yeah.
I tell you something, guys. Spiders, you got appetites to eat. My spider, like I bought a black bee, yellow belly, and obviously I leave them a week without when I bring them home.
Mhm.
I had an extra rat that wanted to eat, and it was the day after I bought her. I was like, let me just try it. She just snatched that. She has not missed. Spiders really eat. So
I
What
think
else we
she'd
got?
eat every day if we'd let her.
she's big, man. What else you guys got?
Alright, so
She's in shed. I'm not going to pull her out.
let's go Baby D.
Yeah.
Baby D.
Her name is actually Dion, but when we brought her home, she was tiny, like she fit in a deli cup. And somewhere along the lines, I called her Baby D, and it just kind of stuck.
So this is a chocolate lesser female that we picked up at a show last year from Steve Beamer at the Reptile Collective. We got some really, really cool plans for her. And I'm really excited about chocolate. I think it's a very underrated gene. And chocolate and lesser combined just give her this milky chocolate look. And I love it.
She's gorgeous.
Shout out to Steve, our Reptile Collector, because I got two from him too. He got beautiful snakes, that's for sure.
Her sister, who we're not pulling out because she's in shed, also came from Steve at Reptile Collective.
So you got them both, huh?
Yep.
Yep.
Lemon Blast, Mojave Spot Nose, possible het VPI Xanthic. We'll be trying to prove her out when she gets up to size.
Clown Project, you got it?
Clown Project? Oh, God.
Oh, we're
do we
in.
have...
We are.
Who do not like clown?
We are all in on clown at this point.
We are not just all in on Clown. We are all in on Xanthic Clown.
That's what's up.
So this guy is just a clown, but he's het VPI Xanthic.
There we go.
Shout out to CJ Serpents. We picked this boy up from him, and he's been busy. Let's say that. Let's just say that.
Shout out to CJ's.
Yeah, that's definitely a project that we want to hit too. You're way up there. So you already got your head, and we don't even got a culture head. So we just raising them. My Santics are so beautiful, man.
Xanthic to me, like, it depends on what combo it's in, but it can definitely enhance a lot of stuff.
But for me, my first Xanthic, when I put that to work, is gonna definitely be that lightning.
And we definitely can't forget this baby girl.
That one just came in here a few days ago, didn't it?
Yeah. So while we're talking about clowns, we picked this little girl up last weekend. This is Harley. She is a pastel clown. We picked her up from Jesse at Outlaw Reptiles.
Look at that.
I love pythons.
She won't be running nowhere. She's just chill.
Perfect example of a ball python.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
Super tiny. Tiny baby.
I mean, who don't like clowns, man? Who don't like clowns?
Dude, I don't know. Clowns are my favorite recessive project. That said, I love the pied stuff too.
Mine is pied, but then I go with clown.
And Xanthic, and then never mind. We're not gonna go with that because I'm gonna end up building. Yeah, I'm gonna have 100 different projects real quick.
What you got there?
So this boy right here is a Super Banana Cinnamon Inchie. Now, Cinnamon and Inchie are apparently allelic, so everything he produces will be at least banana and cinnamon or Inchie.
No normals there, brother.
No normals at all. 2 genes minimum. So
no normals. That's the beauty of that allelic stuff.
yeah, he should be ready to go late this year or the next year.
Yeah, I was thinking late this year. We call him Cupid.
Yeah, this is the snake we show people when they're like, "Oh, I'm terrified, but I kind of want to see one." It's like, how can you really be afraid of a pink snake?
And not only that, if you look closely on his pattern, he's actually got some little hearts somewhere. Little heart there.
Yeah. Yeah. We picked this boy up from Rob Starsman at Designer Ball Pythons up in New York. So.
New York. We picked up from
Here you go, bud.
Castor's Constrictors in New York. We picked up a spider. Guys, I'll tell you what. Take a moment now and plug your social media on that camera.
Alright guys, so we are Smokin Serpents and you can find us right here.
At that cart.
That's it. You can find us Facebook, Instagram, and eventually we're going to have a YouTube channel.
Yes.
We're just not there yet.
My people. Anything else you guys want to add? Anything you want to say?
I want to say thank you for having us on your YouTube channel. I appreciate that so much, friends.
Yeah, man, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure. You know, I'm sure we'll collaborate some more in the future.
This is my people, and to give you just a little insight, I met him buying a leopard pastel from him, and from that day, it wasn't even supposed to be mine. He had it sold, and I kept bugging him. That person didn't show up, so whoever you were, thank you for not buying it, because now we got a friendship. And from there on, I'd say, guys, thank you for showing up. I appreciate everybody that's giving us support. Like that button, comment, and that snake, give us a comment. Why do you think it is? Put it in the comments. We're going to have it in the description, links to the social media. And again, guys, leave the hating. Keep that away. Do loving, love each other. And remember, guys, keep on keeping on.